Hey guys, what's up? It's BoneCanoe86. Yeah, that's right, I haven't shaved since Friday. It's Tuesday. So what? I've come on here today to make a gaming vlog because, well, I haven't done one for a while, but I want to talk about one specific thing in particular. Many of you know, or many of you don't know, because I don't usually talk about it during actual videos, but I often angst over the state of my channel like some little whiny kid. You know, mostly I angst about it to the House of Sim members who are thoroughly sick of it by now, but it's what I do. And, you know, I have noticed in the past, let's say past year to year and a half, it just seems like the numbers of views are getting lower, the number of comments are getting lower. It seems like fewer people are on board with the BoneCanoe86 stuff now than they were a year ago, even though I technically do have a higher subscriber count than I did then, and I still gain about 50 to 100 subscribers per month, which is, percentage-wise, is not that high maybe, but it's still growth, you know, and that's even with the subpocalypse that comes every once in a while and deletes old channels. But I still kind of feel like that number can be misleading because it doesn't include people who don't watch you anymore and have never unsubscribed, or accounts that are inactive and generally haven't been deleted yet. So, I mean, you know, I know that I'm not really doing this for the subs, strictly speaking, you know, but it's sort of like a gauge of how I'm doing if fewer people are around now than they were last year, which I have the feeling that it's true. And I had many theories for this. I kind of wondered if the overall quality of my videos has declined, or you know, if my commentary had become just less interesting, or if it had become too repetitive, or something like that. But I think I finally honed in on what might be the main problem on my channel. I think I might just be trying to do too much. And, you know, like, there's so many things I want to do that I just keep trying to do them, and when I do them, it causes a problem where I will enthusiastically make a whole bunch of videos, and then, let's say on SimCity, for instance, after I make, let's say, 10, 20 videos, and everyone's like, oh boy, SimCity, then suddenly nothing. They get nothing for like 2 weeks because I'm off doing something else. And it's like that for every game, whether it's Civ, or Cities XL, or anything. I think that a lot of people find it hard to stay interested when something is made for a while and then it just inexplicably goes away and maybe comes back later and maybe doesn't. You know, people are you know, it's less interesting, it grabs them less, and so people eventually just drop away. So I really think that's the main problem I've been having, you know. When I think back to the, what I like to think of the good old days of the BoneCanoe channel, which pretty much means 09 and 010. 010. I guess it's technically right because it's still 2010, but that's neither here nor there. The first 2 years of the BoneCanoe channel, I did 1 or 2 things at a time. And that's when I had the most people watching. And it's sort of expanded to 3 by the end of 2010, and then in 2011 all these other things started coming in, and you know, the problems really started. I mean, my Sims 2 fans, the poor guys, have been through the worst of it because, well, that's kind of a different animal. As I most likely have stated before, making a Sims 2 episode is much more intensive of a thing than making anything else, because anything else I just make and then upload. Sims 2 episodes I have to edit, well, I have to plan out pretty much, and then I have to film them, edit them, commentate over them. It's a long process. And oftentimes I succumb to laziness. For example, I have the footage for the next Come On Amanda episode sitting on my computer right now. I just haven't edited it yet. But, yeah, Sims 2 is kind of like a special case. But when it comes to everything else, it's just that I've become lazy. Well, not even lazy. I just become stretched too thin, trying to do too much, and unless I'm going to record, 10 different episodes a day, there's not going to be enough to satisfy everyone who wants to watch everything. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I am going to need, if I want to remain, if I want to stop the bleeding and start growing again, I'm going to have to concentrate on 1 or 2 projects at once. And I think I will launch the new Bone Canoe, meaning, well, the only thing really new is the strategy I'm going to go about making videos. I'm going to launch that probably the end of this year, after the House of Sim Winter stream, which is still planned, by the way. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on 1 or 2 things at once. I mean, making the Reader Gaming co-op, I think I'll continue that just because it's so easy and fun. But there's a possibility I might move that to a separate channel, like one that Greg and I both share the password for. But I don't know. That's something I have to think about. But I want to keep making that because it's easy. It's fun, it's a way that Greg and I can keep in regular contact with one another, and enjoy a friendship type activity, even though I'm in the United States and he's in Germany. But besides that, I really think I should just focus on one main thing for a while. Like, for instance, do SimCity for X amount of time, and do Cities XL for an X amount of time, do Civ 3 for an X amount of time. Maybe even do a Sims 2 thing like the Jamils, but a different family for a set amount of time. And, whatever else I do and whatever else I have demand for. So this is where I need your participation, your feedback, because, I want you to be able to watch what you want to watch. So I am asking you for which things you want me to do. Like, if I were to dedicate, let's say, a couple weeks or even as much as a month on one thing and doing a lot of that one thing, what would that one thing be? I mean, it could be SimCity, it could be Cities XL, it could be Civ 4. I'd probably start a new game because I'm not too, I don't know, I've kind of cooled on my Russia game, sadly. I could be doing a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a Sims 2 family that's, was a Jamil's type thing where it's a straight out Let's Play rather than a, what the Lincolns have become, and is unrelated to the Lincolns, possibly even in a different neighborhood. What else can I do? Well, anything that you've seen on my channel at any point, I'd be willing to do again, Hell, I'd even love to get back into platforming games at some point, but I kind of know my audience isn't going to be up for that. It's kind of too bad. Maybe if I do it enough, I'll get new people, but then again, I'm a small fish in a large pond when it comes to platforming games, so maybe I better stick to my strategy, simulation type stuffs. But, yeah, I want to hear my feedback from you. And, once you're done commenting about that, I don't mind if you double comment to answer the next question I'm going to ask you, if you've already answered the first question. But in doing the Reader Gaming co-op and in doing the House of Sim Minecraft server stuff, which I haven't really uploaded to my own channel, I want to know. I still get a lot of requests for smoothie updates, even though it's been almost a full year. And well, the reason I haven't been making any smoothie updates is I haven't been playing on Smoothie. I just find the House of Sim server, which has so much more on it, you know, not to mention I can play with other people on that, whereas in Smoothie I'm just sort of playing by myself. On the House of Sim server we have survival and creative going on, you know, at different times in different places. In Smoothie it's all survival, which I guess is still good, but what I want to know is, despite, you know, reader gaming, which is pretty much me doing what I was doing in Smoothie except with another person, despite that going on, people are still asking for Smoothie, and I really want to know, like, what is it about Smoothie that is so interesting to you that you want to see more of it? I'm not saying it's not interesting and that you shouldn't want more of it. That's fine. I'm just curious as to why that is. So please leave a comment about that too if you have an opinion. And if you haven't made a comment about the other thing, please do so. I'm very interested. So that's my gaming vlog. Please respond to my questions. I'm very interested to hear. And new Bone Canoe, I guess, whatever that will be coming in January or maybe late December. So I'll see you then.